I'll meet you at 10. Okay. Meet you at 10. Oh, stop. Stop. Would you stop? Okay, I'll meet you later. Okay. You have to always create the other person. So that person was kissing my neck, and I hope that you really saw it. Stop. I know you think that I'm like this psycho, but as actors, we're psychos. You have to create this illusion and bring me into your illusion. Take me on your magic carpet ride of illusion. As actors, we're illusionists. We're walking, talking, emotional vehicles for the writer. And so with the action, you will take me along with you. Now, a lot of people say don't mind. Well, they say it because everybody sucks at it. But the truth of the matter is, you can't go, stop, or I'll shoot. You can't go, stop, or I'll shoot. I mean, come on. You know? And if you're like, let's say you're playing a heroin addict and you're like, you're shooting up, you can't be like, I mean, it literally needs to be like, he takes his arm and he moves it back and forth just to get a vein. You have to do that. Otherwise, how am I going to understand what the hell you're doing or who the hell you are? Now, the point of the matter is, if the action is distracting to you, don't do it. Or if they mention it in the action, the character is making a sandwich and nobody talks about it, don't make the sandwich. Now, let's say it says that Charlie is smoking a cigarette. Okay, well, you don't want to smoke a cigarette throughout your whole scene because A, you're not allowed to smoke a cigarette in an audition, and B, I'm only going to be thinking about your cigarette. So what you do is you just take a drag of it and you just put it out. That's what you do. Well, let's say that the character is drinking, so here, everything has a weight to it, guys. See, my arm has a weight to it. So I now have Patron Silver, which is what I'm going to drink later, in this imaginary shot glass. You got it? And I'm going to take a shot. Okay. Now, I gotta tell you, when it burns, okay? And now, I still have it in my hand, but what do a lot of you guys do? You take the shot and all of a sudden, there's no shot glass. The shot glass disappears. I didn't say you were a magician, I said you were an actor magician. You have to still have the shot glass. So, put it down. Just put it down. Guys, no props. No props. It's not like your scene study class where you bring in like the U-Haul, beep, 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 and you bring like your whole living room and your bedroom in and glasses and everything. Bring nothing. Because if you bring a bag in, look, I saw the scene the other night in class, and I wasn't even going to argue with the guy because he was so intent on bringing his bag in. Well, the bag was supposed to be filled with drugs. Well, he didn't have the drugs. So he brought the bag in, and everybody's thinking, what is he taking out? And then he pulls out an imaginary drugs. Well, that blew that for him. So if you're going to bring a bag in, then bring the drugs in too. And then, hey, while you're at it, bring in the everything else, like the gun and everything else. Don't bring in props. Do not bring in props. If you're a great actor, you can create it. Create it. If you're handing somebody drugs, what kind of drugs are you handing them? Do you know the feel of it? Do you know exactly what it is? What are you taking out of the baggie? How big is the baggie? How about just use your imagination? We only use like a really small part of our imagination. Use your imagination. Don't bring in props. They're distracting, and then you have to bring the whole scene in with you. You don't always have to do action, but if it creates a better illusion for yourself and makes you feel like you're really, really there, then you really need to do action. And sometimes the writer is a little paranoid. Sometimes they'll have the action in a parenthetical. You better pay attention to that because they absolutely, positively want you to do that exactly. So action can really move the story along beautifully, but it could also distract people from the story and from you. So pick and choose. Now, if you don't do the action, you have to factor it into the dialogue. Like, for example, if the guy, I don't know, he falls off his bike. Now, you can't fall off your bike at the audition, but you can feel of where it feels like that you hurt yourself, okay? Because we're not falling off the bike. Where is it exactly? You have to sell it to me of exactly where it feels, and it needs to go into your dialogue. The pain of it needs to go into your dialogue. And you have to know where the pain is. You have to sell it to me. If you don't sell it to me, I'm not going to buy it. And if you can't do it, then don't do it at all. But it really does lift the scene. It really does give it texture. And sometimes that's exactly what you need to beat everybody. You know, there was a girl, she was supposed to take an arrow out and shoot somebody. Well, this director said, you know, out of everybody that came in today, you're the only one that took the arrow out. Well, they ended up giving it to a star. But anyway, it was between her and somebody else. And she got all the way up there because of that arrow, guys. It says she specifically takes an arrow out, okay? Takes the arrow out, puts it in the bow. You know, I mean, I haven't worked on it, so I'm not. But you know what I'm talking about. So if she's a fierce girl and she happens to have an arrow on her neck, you know, back here, she's holding an arrow with a bow, then she's not like me going to the salon and getting her nails done. You get my point? It also has a lot to do with the physicality of the character as well, and what kind of person you are. And because if you're one of those people that move around a lot and you're very active and you beat people up, well, then you better show it in your physicality. You better move. If it says that the guy throws him down, you should throw him down. If it helps the character, do it. If it hurts the character, don't. If it helps you, do it. If it distracts us from you, don't. And that's it. That's action. I hope you love this as much as I love doing this for you. Stop worrying about the other guys. They should be worried about you. You want to be hot. Become a booking machine. So hit like, make a comment, and subscribe. Share it with a friend.